Yo, what's good everybody? Wyatt Carter on Weapons. Gonna be going over the no spin knife throw today. Just like that. So, when it comes to throwing a knife for self-defense, I think that the best technique is to no spin the knife, because when you throw a no spin, you're throwing the knife, and the knife is flying straight into the target, versus where when you throw something like a half spin, and that's to do a 180, or a full spin where it does a 360, that could be a lot harder to judge the timing and distance of rotating your knife in a real life situation under stress. You know, we're just throwing at targets. We could go, okay, I'm gonna half spin here, I'm gonna full spin here. But if someone's coming at you and they're closing that distance, then the timing changes and maybe you can't spin the knife where you thought you were able to spin it. But with a no spin, if someone's coming at you, you could still throw the knife and stick it right into them. So the way that we're going to throw the knife and no spin it without it going all crazy at us so that it'll actually go straight into our target is we're going to take the knife and put it right on our palm. I curl my 3 fingers over and I take the index finger along the spine of the blade here. Support it with my thumb right there, and this is where I throw from. So when I throw the knife, kind of get this whipping motion going here so I can get power, so that I'm not just stiff arming it, but I'm getting momentum into the throw. As I throw here, I push my wrist straight and I release it so that it comes straight forward. That one was a little off to the side. Let me get a better one straight on here. Right there. So I'm not the greatest at knife throwing. I've only been practicing this for a couple years or whatever. Not too seriously, but I do like to train because I think that it's a good option for people like me who live in a shithole like California. I can't really carry much. Everything's illegal anyways out here, so at least if I carry throwing knives, it's not as bad of a charge as carrying a gun I'm not supposed to have. So I don't know. Everything, it's stupid, you know. This is the type of shit we got to resort to when we live in tyrannical ass places that don't follow our amendments. But boom, just like that, throwing knife. And if you stick them, you know, right at center mass, throw it at their fucking heart, throw it at their neck, you can do some damage. It's not going to be like a movie where it fucking and they die, but it's definitely going to slow somebody down. If someone's going to draw their gun, then you throw a knife into them, and then you have a backup knife, and you throw that one into them, and then you draw your next blade. You know, you have to have other weapons. You can't just have one. But usually throwing knives come in sets of 3 or more, so that's good. So you have to think tactics. You know, what are you doing? He goes to draw, stick, stab. At self-defense range where people draw their guns, you, most of the time, with the knife, if you're really quick, you could be quicker with it, because you have to go remove the clothing, pull the gun out here. But if I just have this in my back pocket and I'm right there with it, I could do it quicker than he could pull his gun out. It's not going to be as damaging as the first shot of whatever round he's firing, but I could take him by surprise and maybe get a chance at something there. So it is a cool tactic. Go ahead and practice it. If you don't have a throwing knife, or this is just a cheap one, but you can get regular dollar store kitchen knives and practice with that. You can learn with those too. You don't need to have an expensive throwing knife to practice, but if you're going to carry them around for self-defense, I would recommend getting a quality pair, something heavy, something pointy, something that's going to do damage, because think of the weight and sharpness of your knife, like the caliber of your bullet. You need to have something that's going to fucking stop them and damage them. So something like this is not that great. This is very lightweight, good for practice, but I'd recommend something heavier if you're going to try to hurt somebody. Yeah, that's the basics to how to no spin a knife. Just make sure also, you know, your stance, you have a good stance, your legs are bent, you know, you're not standing tall like this where you're here, and you turn your body into the throw. Everything is from here. That way you're getting power when you get your throw. Some of those have been a little off and sideways, but when you get it straight on it, nice damaging, boom. You don't just want to arm it, but throw everything into it. Yeah, just everything. Peace.